Greetings, my name is Mike and welcome to the video, and holy Kotlin, we have passed 500 subs on this channel, which is amazing, especially considering the lack of consistent content that I create. So thank you so much for that and for the support, and I hope you stick around because I do plan to make more videos going forward, of course. If you have any suggestions, please leave some comments because I'm always looking for new stuff to make videos on, but I can't promise anything because I obviously don't know everything, so I'll do my best with what I can. But what I've actually been busy with a lot is what I'm about to show you now, which is the first app that I am uploading to the Play Store, which is a bit crazy considering I've been doing Android dev for almost 6 years now. I work on a banking app, and of course that is released regularly to the store, but this is my own thing. It's what I've been working on by myself, and it's my own creation, so I'm really happy and gives me a warm and fuzzy feeling on the inside knowing that it's actually out there now. So that's why I wanted to do this video. I wanted to just show off what the app does, and maybe you can try it out if you're interested. Maybe it can help you out with the same thing that it helps me out with. Also, you can see that I've got a new camera angle here and also have my other camera over there, so we'll just see how this works out. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this all, but let's just go with the flow. So let's take a look here at my emulator where I've got the app installed. It's called Gifter, and this is the logo that it has at the moment. Not very creative, but maybe we can change it in future. So the general idea of the app is that it's sort of like a collaborative gift registry, if you can call it that, where you create gift lists for yourself and you add ideas to those lists, and then people can see what you've added and mark off that they will buy certain ideas for you. That's a general idea, so let's see how I've implemented it. If I go ahead and open the app, the first thing you'll see is a login screen, and I recently learned that this is not a great idea because you immediately ask the person to log in and sign up without even letting them access any of the app. So I'm working on adding anonymous auth, or basically a guest user capability, so that's coming soon, but at the moment you have to sign in with a Google account. Once you do that, you'll land on the home screen rather. And oh, by the way, any data you see here is mock data. It's not real production stuff that I'm leaking, so don't worry about that. But the home screen here will show you the various gifts lists that you are participating in. You'll see here that I've created one myself, and then there are 2 others that have been created by other people. So let's take a look at the one Victor has created here. Once you open it up, you'll be presented with the gift list details pretty much, which has the various ideas that the user has created over here. And you can of course go to the eye at the top right and just see more information, see who's been added to this list that you can collaborate with. So you can see that Victor has added an Android phone and a toaster to the list. So if I open up the toaster one here, you can see more info, of course. You can see whose idea it is and more information and a place to buy if they have added that. Now you'll see that under the current buyers section, someone called Bride has ticked off that they will buy this idea. I can of course tick as well that I will buy it, and this may or may not make sense depending on what the idea actually is. But in this case, he probably only wants one toaster, so I will not be buying that idea anymore. If we go back to the other idea, it's pretty much the same thing here, but we can see that you can upload a picture as well of the idea to help people sort of visualize or to give them a better idea of what you want. So this one is just an Android phone, so I just uploaded an Android logo. But you can see here that I'm the only buyer as well at the moment, so if I were to untick it, then of course no one is buying this gift. That's pretty straightforward. That's really all there is to see on this screen for someone else's list. Now if I were to go into my own list over here, actually I'm just going to delete this and just make a new one from scratch. So you can of course create your own list. You give it a name like Mike Christmas. Go next, you can choose the friends that you want to participate in the list, so I will just add 3 of them for now. Click next, you can review the details. Click done, and now you'll have your newly created list appear on your home screen. You can go into it and you can then go and add ideas to it straight away. So I think the one I added previously was a television, because I like to watch stuff in series and movies. These 2 other fields are optional, as you can see, a place to buy from, so you could list a website or a store over here, and more information to be a bit more specific about the idea if necessary. And then add picture button will just open your gallery so you can choose a picture that you want to attach. And of course that is optional as well. We click done and we can see that, okay, cool, the idea is now in the list, and we can add as many as we want by going to that fab over there. And from there it's pretty much the same thing. You can open up the idea, you can edit it, you can change the details, you can delete it. But importantly, you'll see here that there is no section that shows the buyers. I don't really want to know who's buying my ideas. I would like it to be a surprise. So you can't see who has ticked off that they will buy this idea. Of course, the other participants can see who is buying what, but since it's my list, I am oblivious to all of that. And of course, if you go to the gift list info screen, you can edit it and delete it. So you can change the name, or you can add and remove people as participants. Pretty standard stuff, and that is pretty much the core functionality of the app, is being able to create these gift lists and adding ideas to it. And then these people, your friends can see what you have added, and they can tick off that they will buy whatever idea. So if I just go back to the home screen now, we can see that there's also a friends tab, which when you open it up will just show your friends, pretty expected. And at the moment, if you click on someone, you can just remove them as a friend. We'll maybe add more stuff later, but for now, that's all it can do. And there's also a little... I'll show off this adding a friend process. You just click the plus. You can either create a new code like this, which will just generate a random few characters that you can share with someone via WhatsApp or whatever you would prefer. And then on their app, they will go to activate a code over here and type in the code that you sent them. They'll click next, and if it is a valid code, you'll just be registered as friends, and you'll be able to see each other in the friends list over here. I'm pretty happy with that solution, because what I had originally was you had to search users by email address, which first of all is a bit dodgy because you don't really know what email address people signed up with. But also you can kind of use it for phishing, so I thought that was probably not a good idea to have. So I've changed it to just be this invite code mechanism, where you just send a code to someone and they activate it, and that's all. Hopefully that's a bit better security-wise and user experience-wise than having to search by email. Anyway, we're almost done. The last thing I want to show is just the simple preferences section that I have over here. The first one you have in the list is to choose when to automatically download the pictures that you saw. If, like in South Africa, data is very expensive, you might not want to download on mobile data, but only on Wi-Fi, and you can choose that if you want. Then if you are on mobile data, you'll have a download button to actually download the images, so you can choose to download select ones that you want. Then we have a enable notifications, which is like push notifications that I use Firebase for. And you can get notifications when your friends do stuff on the gift lists. So maybe if they go and add ideas or remove ideas, things like that, you can get notified and you can just keep up to date with what's going on. And we just have a sign out button and an about screen. Nothing too exciting here. I'm just showing the libraries that I'm using. And you probably also noticed that I have adverts showing up in the app, which is frustrating, admittedly, for users, but since it is a free app and I'm using AWS, I need to cover the costs somehow, so I'm hoping the adverts will allow me to do that. It was surprisingly easy to implement, so I hope it does actually work out going forward. But on the screen, I plan to have a mechanism for removing adverts using in-app purchases, or the player billing library, whatever it's called, where you can do like a once-off purchase to remove adverts once and for all. So for those who do actually enjoy the app, they can go and do that if they want to. But that's still coming because it is quite a bit of work. But that is actually pretty much the functionality of the app at the moment. As you can see, it's not overly complicated with tons of features, but I do plan to add more going on in future, of course. This is a project that I've actually been working on probably since 2016 or 2017, but I've just never really properly released it because the Android practices and all the libraries were always changing and updating, so I've constantly been refactoring, which has been good because I've learned a lot, but it's just been a slow process. But I'm finally happy with the code base, so I decided to go and release it. Also, there's only an Android version at the moment. There's no website or anything like that. But a friend of mine is hopefully going to be doing an iOS version, so we'll just see how that goes along. But for now, there's only an Android version, unfortunately. And that's pretty much all I wanted to show off, just to show off my app. Maybe you can find it useful like I did. This is something that we use in the family to make these gift-giving occasions like Christmas and stuff a bit easier to manage. Maybe you can find it useful as well, or maybe you have no use for it. Who knows? It's up to you. But if you do try it out, please let me know if you have any feedback, constructively, of course, because I am open to your comments, of course. But that's all I wanted to do in this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully you will give it a try. I do plan to make more in future, of course, more videos, so please let me know if you have ideas for that. But thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you in the next one. Cheers for now.